Timeline Online allows you to easily share your timeline with others so they can see your plan, and depending on what permissions you give them, they can also change, edit, or update it themselves. Let's see how you can do that. First, let's talk about how you can invite collaborators on a timeline. With your timeline open, go to the top right corner of the screen and click on the Share button. In the Share window that pops up, on the Invite by Email tab, type in the email address of the person you wish to invite to your timeline, and then set their permissions from the small drop-down menu on the right. You can choose whether they'll be simple viewers or full-fledged editors, and whether they can share the timeline further or not. When ready, click on the Send Invite button, and your new collaborators will be notified both by email and inside the app if they already have Office Timeline Online accounts. Next, let's see how you can manage collaborators. Managing collaborators can be done at any time from the same share window used for inviting them. When you open the Share pop-up for a timeline, you can see a list of all colleagues invited to that timeline, as well as its owner. If you want to resend the invite email to someone who hasn't yet accepted it, you can do so by clicking Resend Invite. And if you want to change the permissions for any collaborators, just click their role to the right of their name and modify it to suit your needs. This is also the place where you can transfer the ownership of a timeline, if you need to. And if for any reason you wish to remove a collaborator, you can do so by hovering over their initials avatar and clicking on the X that replaces their initials. Now let's get to creating a shareable view-only link of your timeline. This link allows your colleagues to see your shared timelines even if they don't have an Office Timeline Online account. To create this link, go to the Share button again, but this time switch over to the Shareable Link tab, click Generate Link, and voila! Just copy this link and share it with whomever you want. And remember that if you want to stop sharing your timeline, you can simply delete the shareable link by clicking on the trash icon right next to it. All people who had that URL will no longer be able to access your visual. Finally, let's see how you can manage a timeline that others have shared with you. Once someone has shared a link to a timeline with you, there's not much to manage really, as it's just a view-only snapshot. You cannot save, download, or edit that timeline. However, as long as the link is still shared, you can come back to it at any time and see the latest updates. On the other hand, if you've been invited to collaborate on a timeline, there are a few things you should know. When someone invites you to collaborate on a timeline, you will receive a notification about it in your inbox. You'll need to click the Open Timeline button in the email to accept the invitation and gain access to the timeline. After accepting the invitation link, you will be directed to the shared timeline, which will be saved in your Shared With Me folder, so you can access it later at any time. Depending on the permissions you've been granted, you will be able to either only view the timeline or edit it, or even share it further. If uncertain about what permissions you have or who the timeline owner is, you can find these details by clicking the Share button to open the Share window. And if you ever wish to leave a shared timeline, you can do so either by removing yourself from the existing collaborators list in the Share window, or by right-clicking the timeline's thumbnail in the Shared With Me folder, and then selecting Leave Share. That's it for this video, but if you want to learn more, don't forget to check out the Office Timeline Support Center. Thanks for watching.